Oh yeah, we back on that Steven universe. Last video did so well, I have to do it again. Of course I'm capitalizing off of it. And low-key, nobody talk about Steven universe enough. So big siphons on that. And what better episodes to talk about when Garnet spun back on Jasper. Without further ado, let's get it. The episode starts off kind of normal. It's just Steven hanging out with Greg. Oh my gosh, man, I hate this dude. And y'all were trying to argue with me in the comment section in my Spinel video about Greg. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But Greg and Steven are chilling, eating French fries. And does Steven's diet just consist of French fries, ice creams, and anchovy pizza? Like, is that all we got going on in Beach City? Like, Greg, get this man on a diet, bro. This man is tubby. But that's when the whole floor starts shaking and glass start breaking. And they look up into the sky and it's a hand pointing at them. Garnet, Pearl, and Amethyst, they look like they shaking in their boots. But they lock in and they decide to shoot the hand with their blasters or whatever. I forgot what these are called. And when I mean that absolutely does nothing, the hand just literally opens its palm and blocks it. And that's when the crystal gems decide, yo, Beach City, they gotta evacuate. So Steven calls the mayor and the mayor start talking to everybody about why they gotta evacuate. And this Beach City population 10? Oh my gosh, yo. Like, imagine embarrassing yourself outside in Beach City, bro. You gotta see them same people every day. They're always gonna laugh at you. Like, usually when I fall down in the street, bro, okay, cool, yeah, people laughing at me, but I know I'm never seeing these people again. In Beach City, you're gonna see them every day. And as everybody's evacuating, Garnet, Pearl, and Amethyst also tell Steven and Greg to hit the hay, yo. And Steven's like, no, bro, I wanna fight with y'all. We the crystal gems. Steven, you will get one shot. How do I tell you, man? They eventually convince him to get on the move with Greg, that they're gonna be okay. Meanwhile, we know that they are not okay. Just look at Amethyst in them face. They panic and they scared. They know homeworld about to give them straight belt. Anyways, as Greg and Steven are evacuating the city, Steven gonna be like, you know, maybe when they come to Earth, they'll realize how great it is. And then everybody can be friends.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
And Greg is tweaking like this. He know it ain't that simple. He know it's not no sunshine and rainbows. He's like, nigga, are you insane? They gonna give the crystal gem straight belt. And Steven's like, and that's when Greg start telling Steven everything about the war, about everything. Even though this is supposed to be the crystal gem's job. That's why I low-key kind of give Greg credit for this. Okay, like, no Greg slander, yeah, no trolling. I think Greg is a horrible dad, but he kind of did take care of Steven to the best of his ability as being a homeless man. You know what I'm saying? This man opened up a whole car wash business just to take care of him. You know what I mean? So I'll give him credit where credit's due. And Steven's like, no, bro, now I gotta go back so I could protect them. They don't have my shield. And of course, Greg is not trying to let his son go back. This is his only fucking son. Like, nigga, you gonna die, bro. The only time you can even summon that shield is when you eat a cookie cat.
Nigga, you ain't no motherfucking gangster, nigga, shut up!
You right.
Stupid bitch!
But that's when Steven breaks son in the car and the airbags go off and he gets set flying. Greg goes to check on him and Steven's begging him to let him go back. And Greg folds and he's like, okay, man, just be safe. I only got one son, nigga. You know I don't get cheeks like that. And that's when Lion randomly appears from, I don't know, from nowhere. And then they make their way back to Beach City. When Steven gets there, he sees Pearl and Amethyst fuse shooting at the ship. And they're doing negative damage. If anything, they healing the shit. Then they notice Steven and Amethyst happy as shit. She's like, fuck it, let's all die together, nigga. I missed you. Garnet's like, get behind me, they're here. You already know it's serious. Soon as the ship lands, we see a pod pop out. And then two people emerge. Peridot and a new character called Jasper. And Peridot's like, yo, these are the niggas that keep breaking my machines, yo. Kill him or something, do something, beat him up. And look at Jasper, bro. She got that BBL. I'm sorry, it might be irrelevant to the plot, but she got that BBL. But also we find out that Jasper caught Lapis, and Lapis is the main one that brought him over here. She low-key a rat, but can you blame her? And Jasper's like, this is their base, yo. These niggas are rancid. You were struggling against these nasty behind gems? She said, you got one of them that looked like Pinocchio, the other one's a midget, and then you got a natural black queen right there. No Garnet slander over here, bro. I can't do that. And Jasper's like, low-key, this is not even worth my time, Peridot. Just fire the damn laser. And the gems are scared as hell. They know they're about to die. They said, Steven, get out of here. But Steven jumps in front of the beam. He's like, I'm a crystal gem too. Activating his mom's shield. And Jasper's like, wait a minute. Rose quartz? What the fuck happened to you? You stopped your Zumba training or something? Why you a fat kid? And Jasper like, you lied to me, Lapis. I thought you said that this was just a human. And that's when Jasper's like, Yellow Diamond needs to see this creature. But then Garnet hops up from the water behind Steven, telling Steven to get out of here. Things about to get ugly. And then her and Jasper clash, sending everybody back. And then Garnet says again, Steven, get the fuck out of here. But Jasper's keeping it calm, cool, and collective. She takes out her stabilizer, runs at Garnet, and shocks the ever-living mess out of her, completely poofing her. And y'all don't understand, watching this as a kid was something different. Garnet was the big bad boss of the Crystal Gems. You take her out, nobody winning, let's be for real.
I got chicken wings, fried catfish, yams, collard greens, mac and cheese, cornbread. These are braised oxtail, and these are neck bone.
So I was scared as hell. But that's when Jasper picks Steven up and start talking shit, and then conks him right in the head. Hit him in the head so bad the episode ended. Real quick, since we're at the halfway mark, I just want to remind you guys just to subscribe to your boy. We on the road to 10K before the end of summer. I think it's very plausible. We're on good pacing right now. Join DS today. If you think I'm funny or whatever, or if you enjoy Steven Universe, I don't know. But anyways, back to the Steven proceeds to wake up into a cell on the spaceship, and his little big self decides to stick his hand through the barrier or whatever. And since he's part human, it end up working. And Steven's like, okay, now I gotta find the rest of the gems. As he's running around, he runs into this little runt, aka Ruby, and she low-key tweaking in that damn cell. If I was Steven, I would have not let her out. Like, Ruby looked like she off something right now. And she's like, how'd you get out, Steven? How'd you get out? Steven then proceeds to show her how he got out. But of course, since Ruby's full gem, she can't do what Steven did. Then Steven puts his body in the way to let her go out. And she just start booking it. She's just running, telling Steven to shut up. I'm not trying to hear none of that. She's listening to Sapphire sing. And as they look out the window, you can see that they in space, no duh. Where else would they be? Still on the beach? Like, come on now. As soon as Ruby thinks that she found Sapphire, it's just Lapis. Even Ruby like, oh, it's just you. Yo, chill out on my queen, bro. This is my wife right here. You can't talk to Lapis like that. She telling Steven, yo, you gotta get out of here, bro. And Steven's like, hell no. That BBL bandit Jasper hurt my face and poofed my friends. You think I'm gonna just leave him? And Lapis like, you don't know what homeworld gonna do, man. Steven's like, bump all that. I'm gonna come back for you, though. As Steven's running, he almost gets caught by Peridot and Jasper. And Jasper's angry as hell. He's like, yo, Sapphire, shut the fuck up. I'm not trying to hear you sing. And then he started yelling at my queen Peridot like, yo, why are people disrespecting my wives all of a sudden? But he narrowly escapes, and then he starts talking to Sapphire. And of course, Sapphire's, she calm, she's sweet. She's like, how'd you escape? Steven showed her. They start booking it out of there. Sapphire's looking for Ruby. They eventually find each other. They start hugging, asking each other if they're okay. Like, damn, man, where's my love? Like, I'm just a lonely chud, gang. And that's when they start dancing and stuff, and they eventually end up fusing into Garnet. This is where we learn Garnet's a fusion, yo. As a kid, I was like, yo, what? You serious? I mean, I should have expected it because she had 2 gems on her hands, but like, what? But that's when we hear Jasper say, where is she? And Garnet is like, yo, you gotta find Pearl and Amethyst right now. I'll deal with this fake, unnatural BBL bandit. And Steven's like, how am I supposed to do that? And Garnet kisses his forehead and gives him future vision or something like that. He knows where they at on the spaceship. That's all I know. And that's when Garnet and Jasper face off. And Jasper's like, yo, y'all out and you're already fused again? Fusion is a cheap tactic. Like, Jasper, I know you're not talking with the BBL. Like, you know what I mean? And Garnet start talking her shit. She starts singing to Jasper. Jasper's like, are we dead ass? And they're instantly getting ready to squabble once again. Garnet's like, come at me with none of your fancy tools. And Jasper is instantly gonna pull out a tool. Jasper instantly rushes at Garnet, and Garnet dodges and weaves both attacks and completely jumps over another 2. They low-key squabbling. They're going back and forth. Then Garnet is like, yo, you're just mad because you get no buns, bro. You're single. And of course, that angers Jasper. Garnet falls on the floor, kicks the weapon out of Jasper's hand, grabs it, and breaks it. He's like, you don't got that natural butt left like me, bro. She start rubbing her thighs, and then she instantly gets her gauntlets out. Anyways, we pan back to Steven, and he finds Pearl and Amethyst. They all go to jump Peridot and try to steer the ship back to Earth. Then we pan back to Jasper and Garnet's low-key getting pieced up right now. But that don't matter. She just starts singing harder. They clash some more. Jasper hits Garnet in the face with a right hook, but Garnet shrugs that off. She think that's breakfast. Trying to kick Jasper in the face, but misses. But double clonks Jasper right in the face. I know Jasper feeling that. Gang instantly tries to turn into Sonic, going crazy all over in the spaceship. But Garnet times it grabs Jasper's head and throws her into the core of the ship, exploding the whole ship. The whole ship going crashing down now, completely deep frying Jasper. That's what I'm talking about, Garnet. Garnet barely makes it back to the others, and Steven's like, what about Lapis? And she's like, nigga, there's no time for that. As they crash down on Earth, Lion finds them, and they're okay because of Steven's bubble. And that's when Steven starts saying that he met Sapphire and Ruby. But that's short-lived because Jasper just instantly breaks out the rubble, start crashing out, saying, you only beat because of fusion. That's when Jasper spots Lapis and grabs Lapis and is like, yo, fuse with me. These niggas left you on this dirty behind planet and trapped you here. Bro, our planet isn't that bad. We got glizzies all day, bro. Have you ever had birria tacos? Anyways, Lapis eventually ends up agreeing and they fuse, and Jasper makes a creepy behind face. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, turning them into Malekith. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce her name. And soon as they about to put belt on the crystal gems, Lapis takes control and just drags Jasper under the water. Lapis don't want nobody to control her no more. That's low-key where the episode ends right there. If y'all want a Lapis video where she was pretty much soloing the crystal gems, get this video to like 200 likes. That video ain't coming out to like end of next month though. I'm not trying to spam Steven Universe and y'all watch none of my other videos. Hell no. But make sure y'all like and subscribe, join the Discord link in bio, and also follow me on Twitch. I love you guys. DS forever. Peace.